pata baraka. Sayaki Radio, Mungu mbele. Sauti inayokubalika tunapowasiliana na Muumba wetu na tunapozungumzia wenzetu. Ni sauti ya baraka za kipekee na ya uhakiki. Unaposikiliza sauti hii, maisha yako yanabadilishwa kwa utakaso mkuu. Sayaki Radio, Mungu mbele.
Ndoka naenda Kenya nikiwa kuserere ndoka kuserere na jeshi kama nyama nyama wapi nyama ndio hilo kurusha dai wacha kututisha ndio yake hanganya maisha nyama wakita kuhanga hiyo kita kuhanga hiyo kwa kuhanga hiyo hapo kia kuhanga osio wakirota mwana muno ona tugocerera mara wa Sat TV ya bypass ya Kamaki atokira ko kita gucerera mundu witwa Magereza Atlas moro pia hayo ndio tigera wagibo na makaga wakirota ndio na kana vujo hamundo hamine ndakumyaterera hi Magere washarirwo ko kwa washarirwo azerirwo kwa mami yahikire kwa mami yahikite koreko era bakete nako kwa babuvuka maheire Ito na ko mene ko kuhi ndo ararivera wabira ndo gajori kire wabira namara ko mene vitore na biashara cia maite na wabira mwana kwa timie owa ndira gitagataga ndo ho awi ko my choice na mami wathurire mama no thire kuikarari okay uhi wa wathomeire ko ndo mama yes Eno wana mera washa ikora fo ikora washa ko tibona no kile tauni ni wana mo mozo okay kile tauni ko my sister wana lele na ikara kwa TV no mbe sanyo ko TV ko wa sister wana yaguto na kwali ko TV imete kwani onete Tingia kile chama kemo tena na mono usiakiri toka kwa vitu ko na great ke Katili kaya great wao gutona wale ndore nyama na kwa nyuma ri itonga aba gute twari atheni na ndira bataiya ciakwa mithena cio kurite ndogira na indo zoke nimahinde magai mairo ni magai nimongeza moto mairo ni magai okay ana gaisho gote ni mani kikihe eke yocio yona hato ne ya mira ndo meza sio costume yetu sio tona tera sio sirio ho agere sikinya ni hii muhimu wewe wa sex kira kumenya Magere no na mekia ka tauni Magere nie rona mugojwa atiria gakuhe ade modo majika hora rikenda Jesu yes ni modo majini ni hujaja kanitha ine no ko horerera ndio ndari ande mothe yes unatinda hore ni braria so ndo ko sogoda ni alizile hiyo ile tauri hata kuona kusogodete yes ule hamudo na kumedishwa dagia na indo cia kene hano kwa mudo cia indo cia nyumba radia ndendagia kila kende nyona nayo ngenda kwendia weri ojere ne kugethera market azo bibi na kwena gari kwena kesho na gari mere we normally deal with car deals cia gari na kendo ngethera nyumba taki kaihori karuga kena option asa no kugura no to yaka no to yaka ya kunywa sio kwa ni kena thende kena jikariro Late negatiare aba ko akarudio kana dina kana kanyie bana yako adhuri kana watu karadia juu yes na kwa kana yaweka ate ndio nini ndikayo kagani tabira dimo okana ko itara dimo garine ngeno horo akwarukia garine ona message ya gari ndio masizia to ndio zile marasma gari ya kaisho so ni kimagira mako yakadijiona mate Mas, nae hakio moga le na weke. Ani gata gari go kwea. Ona ni geka ko guru. Ka ko guru ko. Ndio to marazi guru to modeni. Yes. Yo ko gwo. So ni gwero ko to kiruta. Wahida rere. Ngia ga rero ko to ko he. Ukigira kindu maitheni ndwa wero uyu. So murori wa Sat TV yato Pastor Mark Davis no mothe to Kamakis. Na umothe na Magereza Atlas mugoroki wa highway nĩ kwenda kũmenya maũndũ maingĩ mamwegiĩ na mbeca ahũraga nĩ akwĩrendagia indo cia ngari na ici nĩcio arĩaga na arutaga mũtu wake haha hano ruta ona nyama ruta ndĩrakũrĩngĩca andũ horo wa mũndũ atĩ nĩ oneganaga highway ndĩrakũrĩra nĩ na nganua Nene na unyo arĩaga ingĩkua rĩ nĩ njario nĩ kuga ndeiga let me talk no twakĩra ikarange nĩguo gwake njario nĩguo ciana ĩni nĩ twana tũingĩre twana 16 atirĩ ithe na ũrĩa ũngĩ Oke twana 16 na ithe na ũrĩa ũngĩ ũmeraga atĩa ciana nĩ ndokĩra nĩ getha ithe na maithe no muoyo nĩ ndiũĩ kama uza wanagia fara ile ndamenya Mwe wasaki TV twako ene mena ono gwo koragwo na niguo wera wake na rutaga ũguo na hota kũigira irio kũrĩa metha-inĩ ciana ciake cikonagia kũrĩa so mwe tweka max bypass na twina magereza atlas ta mugoroki wa highway mugoroki ucio nĩguo maigĩte Nairobi no kwa hau we mutumia ũraiga gũtirĩ mawĩra maikarĩte nyũmba ona rĩu gũtirĩ wĩra wĩkuo akarire wacio mũgũnda aca wĩra wĩra ngĩgaja rĩmbia ndĩretha wenda wĩra coka gĩcai wĩtũmĩte mũgĩrĩ aiga wenda wĩra no tuone wĩra na gũkũ nĩ kũruta irio ciake cia mũthenya hihi mũndũ wĩ hau ũngĩra kwarĩra atumia maigaga gũtirĩ mawĩra nĩ housewife ũngĩra kũmera atĩa gũtirĩ wĩra Otire wera meke atia akue Wajira gũtirĩ wĩra rĩ ona tuko nĩ gũtakĩrĩ wewe nĩ mũndũ gwetha mbere wetu wĩra wa mwanya wewe tu wĩra andũ nguo na ũrĩhu aha yes gũtirĩ wĩra nĩ ndio wale methe wĩra arĩ mũndũ ũrona wĩra nĩ nduta wĩra ũrona wĩra mũthikiri wona wĩra utuko wĩra betha mbeca harĩ ũgaciona so nĩ mbeca tu wĩra kwa tĩria cia karire wacio mũgũnda itia mũkorire toro rĩu nĩ magwĩkoma imakorete nĩ akiuga umagare nĩ merĩ matatũ nĩ ũrĩkorana na ngai kũgua rĩ ndagũkora toro mũndũ akĩmera atĩrĩrĩ atumia acio maiga gũtirĩ gwetha mbi mũndũ wa metha mbeca ũkũmera meke atĩa mũndũ atĩkuga gũtiga atiaũkire the mbeca mũno ona andũ arĩa mena dry cleaners gũkũ mambĩrĩirie na kũhũra nginya handua handũ hamwe beginning nĩguo thiĩ wĩthũngũ Akina nikiwa gũcerere Alaga ngoto kuserezera na jeshi nega muno no endere nyama niki nyama neka ihana wapi nyama ndeki nyama ni okeagira hilo kurejesha dai wacha kututisha ono yake hanga nyama icio ndana kinyama okita kuhanga tukete kuhanga hiyo kwa kuhanga hiyo aje kia kuhanga ocio eni ya wakirota oro mwana muno ona nige tugucerera yes mero ni wasa TV ya bypass ya kamaki atokira ko gukita gucerera mundu witwa magereza atlas mero kia hayo ndio tigera wangigo na makaga yes wakirota ndio na kana vujo yes hamundu haumine ndakumya terere hi magere washarirwo ko kwa wacerio azerirwo kwa mami ahikire kwa mami ahikite koreko era bathakite niko kuu koria babuka maheire Ndio kumene kwa kuhi ndio ararithira wabira ande gajori kirie wabira namara kumene vitore na biashara cia maito na wabira mwana kuwa timie Owa ndira gitagataga ndo ho awi ko my choice na mami wathurire mama no thire kuikara Okay, hihi wao athomeire ko ako ere mamo yes yeah Eno wa thomera gacai kora foi kara gacai ko thira no kire tauni ni wala mo kwa thomozo okay kire tauni ko my sister wa rere na ikara kwa TV no mege sanyo ko TV ko wa sister ona yo gwito na kwari TV umete kwani onete ha Tukia kama kemo tena na mono. Usia kirito kwa vitu no kwa na great ke. Katili kare great waro vitu no kwa mbele nyama na kwa nyuma ari itonga. Ama vitu twari aleni na ndero bataiya ziakwa. Nene cio kurite. Ndongira wana indo zoke. Maitho magai. Maitho ni magai. Ngeza modo. Maitho ni magai. Okay. Ana icio gote ni mano gikihe. Eke icio. Yona. Hoto ne. Ya mura ndo mezo tu. Sio kostimie eto. Sio to na tera. Awotera. Sio kosirio ho. Yep. Agere sikinya ne. Eni. Hii muhembo hewa sex sikira kumenya magere no na nikia ka tauni magere nenie rona mugonjwa atulia gakuhe ade modo majika hora ikenda Jesu ya yes ni modo majeni ni huja ya kanisa ine no ko horerera ndio ndari ade modo bas una tinda hore ni braria so ndo kwa soboda ndio alizile hiyo ile toa hata kuona kusogodete yes ule hamudo gakomeye dishwadagia na indo cia kene hano kwa mudo cia indo cia nyumba radia ndendagia kila kende nginya nayo ngenda kwendia weri ejere ne kugethera market aza bibi yana kwa kwena gari kwena kesho gari mbere we normally deal with car is gari ana kendo ngirethera nyumba take karuga kena option asa no kugura no to yaga aka no to yaga ya kunywa show yani kukitena vende tena jikariro Kata negatiare. Ati kwa karibu kana dina kana kanie. Kana nego aduri. Kana watu maraginya juu. Yes. Na kwa kana aweka tena. Ndio nini kitayo kagani tabira dimo. Kana ko tera dimo tagadimo. Garine. Ngeno horo akwa rukia garine. Ona mesaje gari. Ndio masizio to. Ndio zile marasma gari. Marasma gari. Kwa kaisho. Soni kibagira mako kadidiona. Mate. Mas, naye hakio moga le na weke. Ani kata gari ko koya. Ona ni dia ka ko guru ko. Ndio to marasi guru to modeni. Yes. No ko guo. So ni goro ko to kiruta. Wahida rere. Ngia ga rere ko to ko he. Ukigira kindu maitheni ndo wero uyu. So murero wa Select TV geto Pastor Mark Davis no mothe tweka Markis. Na umwe na magere the address mugoroki wa hawe ni kwenda kumenya maundu maingi mamweje na mbeca yahuraga ni kwenda gindo cia ngari na ici nicio ariaga na ruta mutu wake haha ana horuta ana nyama horuta ndio kuongeza ndo hawa ndio gete ni onega na hawe ndio ngoro na kanua ndio ndio ariaga ndio kuare ndio yajario ana kugadoiza let me talk Moto akero ikarage. Ndio kwa kiajario. Wewe siana. Eni. Ndio tuna toigete tuna 16. Adire hizo na rogi. Okao tuna 16 na hizo na rogi. Mara ngatia. Siana. Ndio akero ne getha ithe. Kama ithe namuo. Ndio. Kama hizo wana yefara. Ile ndamenya. Mwe wasaki tivi doko ene mena onu gwa koragwo na niguo wera wake na rutaga guo na hota kuigira irio kure metha-ine ciana ciake cikona gya kuria so mwe tweka Max bypass na twina magere the atlas ta mugoroki wa hawe mugoroki ucio nigo maigete Nairobi no ko we hawe mutumia origa gutire mawira maikarete nyumba onari gutire era wekuo akari wazo mugunda asa we era ngigada rebia ndirenda enda era zoka gicai wetu metamagere aiga wenda no tonde era na huko ni kuruta iyo coka cia muthenya ihe mundu we hau ogera kwa ria tumira mega gutire mawira ni house wife ogera kumera atia gutire wira otire wira na kiatia akue ogera gutire wira ri ana to ogera ni gutakiri wewe ni mundu kwa thotha ndire wetu wira ya mwanya wewe tu wira ando bue moriku yes gutire wira sino ndio wale in fact wira are mundu ruona wira ni duta wira wona wira ya muziki wona wira utuko wira bezo hari ogasiona so ni mwana bezo tu wira kwa teria cia kariyo so mugunda itia mukorire toro au ni magwikoma imakorete toro ndatiga umagare imamere matatu ni urikorana na ngai kugwari ndagukora toro ugu ndakimera atiriri atumia acio maiga gutire gwetha bindu wa metha mbeca ukumera meke atia mundu atikuga gutiga ati ukire the mbeca muno ona ndora mena dry cleaners guku mambiririe na kuhura nginya hambia handu hambo beginning
Of God and my fellow Kenyans. My name is Reverend Dr. Mariale Joseph, and I've decided this afternoon to come up with two issues that I want to put across to you as a food of thought, because they are so much important in the management and the movement of the economic triads of our country, Kenya, and also affecting the growth of our societies and also for our community. I want you to think about the issue of the leadership in Kenya. I'm not saying that the leadership in Kenya is bad. I'm not saying that it's not the right kind of leadership, and I'm not saying that it is the wrong kind of leadership. But I want us to put across an observation into this. How many years do the leaders of Kenya need to be in politics? Politicking, that is, in the campaign. How many years do they want to be in campaign? That is one question I want you to ask as a Kenyan. Number two, should the problem within the in-house be brought out to the communities to know about them? Or is it possible, or is it not possible for the leaders to come up together and solve the problems that they see are happening amongst themselves? If the leadership of Kenya is the symbol of unity, why should there be division amongst the presidency? Because presidency is the symbol of unity in this Kenya. Because the president, or the office of the president, is the symbol that unifies everybody in the country, in the Republic of Kenya. And the new constitution has given an office, not office of the president, but office of the presidency, which holds the president himself and the deputy president. That is why it is not like the olden constitution where you choose the president and the president now picks the vice president. No. We elect both of them. You get a president, a person who is running for the presidency, and a running mate. Meaning, we elect both of them as the co-presidents of the Republic of Kenya. Only that the co-president, who is the deputy president, doesn't have an executive power. But the president cannot work alone, because he is part of the presidency. And the presidency is the sign of unity in this country. If the president and the deputy president do not unite because of the divergence of their ideologies, does it mean that they cannot be able to unite the whole country? If two of them cannot unite, two of them cannot reason together, two of them cannot solve the problem that surrounds them, then
Are they capable of uniting the whole country? That's a question, is a full of thought. I want us to think about it. And therefore, my call to the president, who has the executive power, as a sign and a savor of unity, you must, not a suggestion, you must unite all of us by first of all uniting your presidency office. Unite your deputy president, and do not run this country as a divisionary kind of leadership. We don't want divide and rule. We do not want that one. That is colonial. It is tyranny. It is demagogic. We don't want that one. We want a servant leadership. Call your house to order. Your house is not the political party. No. Your house is not the UDA party. No. Your house is Kenya. And start with the presidency. Unite with your deputy president. Sit down, talk together. Talk with one voice, the way you used to when you are doing the campaign. One voice. We may have divergency of ideas, but that one does not mean that you should not be united. Unite. We don't want to have politics of divisions that you are telling us you don't, that we are hearing coming from the presidency, that you don't want to see your deputy president eye to eye, or he doesn't see you eye to eye. You want someone to control your account, your WhatsApp account, or whichever account for communication that you communicate with your presidency, and you put the deputy president out of that platform. That is wrong. That is wrong. Remember, the deputy president is your chief advisor, and if his advices are not good, they are not right, you should not do an activity of showing as if you don't trust one another. No. You are shaming us as Kenyans because you are bringing the constitutional powers down. Don't do that, because I know both of you are learned people, both of you are men of God, you are men of church, you are Christians, you are men of religion. My advice is that do not do that. That is wrong. The other point, my Kenyans, I want us to discuss about, or I want you to have as a foot of thought, is the work of the parliamentarians, the members of parliament, the legislations. Constitution is very clear that they make the rules and the laws that govern this nation. My question is, why should they be always on the move? Why should they always be on the move? In the trails, campaign trails, campaigning, talking of issues, when they should be settled in the parliament, making the rules and regulations that govern this country. What is Kimani Ichung'wah doing on the road? Is the parliament in the Lord? Does he legislature in the law, in the roads? Why are they taking us for a ride? I hear them complaining about the national government constituency development funds. Do they have any aspect of development that has been assigned them by the Constitution of Kenya? No, they don't have. Why should they make cries and make a lot of noise because of the funds? Because the fund wants to be drawn away from them. Why? The reason why Kenya will suffer is because we do not want to follow the rule of law according to the Constitution of Kenya. And they wage war against the judiciary, because the judiciary want them to toe the Constitution. Okay. I don't see the reason why an MP should run from one constituency to the other, from one corner to the other, and doing a lot of campaign. Yes, I know you all belong to political parties, but this is not the time for campaigning. This is the time for working. What are you telling? What are you telling us? Why are you speaking against the other leader? Why are you speaking against the deputy president? Why are you speaking against the president? Why are you speaking against any leader? Why? What is it for? You should settle down and work. Do what is within your responsibility. Even if you are chairman of a parliamentary committee, speak in that parliamentary committee, solve the issues in that parliamentary committee. Do not come out like like a naked person, like a naked boy, running away from the beer, and talk bad issues. No, you should be responsible about it. If it is what we call the citizen participations, there are platforms for that. If the bill comes to the parliament and it must be must have the citizens' participation, there are organizations that are done to do that, but it is not in the campaign trail. It's not on the roads. No. I think we should mature in our actions. We should mature in our leadership. We should mature in our performance of duties. Keep cool in wherever you are supposed to be working. Work there. If it is development funds, that's why we have the governors, the managers, the county managers that manage the funds. And we have an oversight body in the county government. Two oversight bodies in the county government. We have the county assemblies and we have the Senate. Two oversight institutions that must oversee what the governors are doing, whether resources have been used in the right way. So if the Senate is going to work in accordance to its responsibilities, and if the county assemblies will also work in accordance to their responsibilities, I'm sure that development within the communities can be done, because the governor and his team of county ministers, as you call them, the county executive members, the governor can be able to perform according to the Constitution of Kenya, 2010. So let us think about this. You MPs, don't take us for a ride thinking that we don't know your responsibilities. You are legislators. Go and legislate. Go and registrate. Leave other works alone. Yes, you talk of bursaries. Why don't you pass a rule according to the Kenyan Constitution that basic education is compulsory to every child in this Kenya? For it to be compulsory, it must be without pay. Make secondary school make secondary schools like free education. That way we have free primary education. Put money there. Instead of bursaries, put money there. Put money there. And we are not going to see these problems we are seeing. Because now bursaries has become as if it is a bribery. You bribe the parents so that they can be able to elect you again. No. MPs come up openly and say your work is legislature. Nothing more. You don't go and talk about campaigning on matters concerning the expansion of roads. Okay? What is the work of the Ministry of Roads? Should they be pushed to build a road? Don't they know the networks of roads in this country? Should you bribe them to build a road in your constituency? That's why the whole society of Kenya, we are corrupt. Because what is your right and what is the right of the citizens, you must beg for it, which is not good. It is not right. We should change and do what is expected of us. That's the other food for thought to us Kenyans. To us Kenyans, should we be running for the members of parliament because I have a problem and I want them to assist me? Or should we go to the channels that are right or assigned for that? Okay. Now, the other issue is the religion, the church, the mosque, and other religions in this country. What exactly are the platforms that they are given to be able to air their voices to the government, to be able to partner with the government in matters of development? I heard somebody is bringing a bill that the churches should pay taxes, or churches are charitable organizations. If you look at this country called Kenya, most of the schools are built by churches. Most of the hospitals are built by churches. Most of the care centers are the ones that have been initiated and brought out by the churches. And these are centers that are supposed to be brought into the communities by the government itself. Okay? Because health is a primal aspect in the Kenyan Constitution. Education is a primal aspect in the Kenyan Constitution 2010. Water and food. But most of these aspects, most of these important aspects are brought to the society by the religions, by the religious people, by the churches, by the charitable organizations, and most of them are faith-based organizations. So when you tell them to pay taxes and they are giving those services, what do you want to mean? What do you want to mean? When people lack food, these organizations comes out and support. Okay? We have the World Vision, which is a Christian organization, for example. We have Compassion. We have several others. Okay? We have Caritas. Huh? We have Catholic Diocese of Nakuru that does a good work by even treating water, the borehole waters that communities take there, by removing fluoride from those water, an activity that's supposed to be done by the Ministry of Water, but it's done by a religious organization. And then you want this religious organization to pay tax, while they are given the services that we are supposed to give. Okay? Or they are giving the services that we are supposed to give them out. They are supposed to be given by the government. So they do good work. They complement the government activities. And then you want them to pay taxes because of the few religions, because of the few churches that you find. They are not involved in matters society development. But when they get the resources, they also assist at the smallest way possible. Go to high school, you get so many pastors that are involved by paying the school fees of other children, not their own children. They pay school fees. They sponsor some children in the high school. They don't give 2,000. They pay the whole fees because they are good people with the little thing they get. And then you say they pay taxes. Don't you see the work that is being done by the religious organizations? Don't you see it? Remember, it is only the religious organizations that also pioneer for human rights. Okay? When the government becomes rogue, the religious organizations come out and speak and say, no, this is wrong. Okay? When the religious organization's government does what is right, the religious organization commend the government for the good work that it is doing. If the government goes wrong, the religious organization comes out and speaks and says no. But because you want to draw lines and incriminate the religious people and say they are wrong, you don't want to deal with the criminals in the religion, you want to deal with the whole religion. That's wrong. It's wrong. Remember, we all live in a society, a unitary society. Within the society, if someone becomes a murderer, if someone becomes a thief, if one becomes all kind of criminal that you can mention, The government goes direct to that person. He is arrested and he is arraigned in court, and he is able to answer for the charges that are met against him as an individual. But when a man of cloth does something wrong, you want to incriminate the whole religion. That is wrong. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Go for the person as an individual, but not as an entity of where he is working. If someone does wrong, if he is a policeman, if he is a politician, you normally go for that politician as an individual. And you don't say this belongs to our party, or this belongs to this party, or this belongs to this party. No, you don't say that. You say that this person has been found to be a corrupt person. This person, let him answer to the charges as an individual. But when it is religion, why do you mention the whole religion in the whole saga? Why? Why do you want to bring down the institution of religion? And if you bring them down, and most of them owns 95% of the schools, 95% of the hospitals that are in Kenya, 95% of the institutions of the vocational institutions that are in Kenya. What do you want to tell us? You want to bring all those things down? What country are you building? So when you come up with an idea, think well about it. Let it be paraded. Let it be discussed by the quarters that are touched by those ideas, by the bill that you want to bring. Can you let people discuss about it? You represent them, but let them come now and discuss about it and accept it or reject it. Good. So Kenya, we should come to the edge on matters of dialogue and discussions, on matters of reasoning comes. We should come to the edge and let us involve each and every person who is concerned in the issues that we are discussing. I'm not against any kind of taxation, but may it be done in the right manner, and may we reason as we do it. We should not burden people who are philanthropists. They give their philanthropy services to the community, and then you want now to misuse that kind of philanthropy by taxing the philanthropy. Go to the whole world. Any philanthropic organization is even exempted from taxation. Exempted from taxation. Okay? We have some in Kenya, some organizations that are started by religious people, but they pay taxes. They do pay. Okay? They are philanthropic, but they pay. Because they want to build the economies of this country, and they want to become or to be good citizens. They want to show by their actions. But now you want to now tax the church. Now tax the church. What are you saying? So these are the things that we are supposed to look into. These are the things that we are supposed to discuss about, and these are the things that we need to reason about as Kenyans. Let us not come up with disturbing stomachs and disturbing issues because of what is happening, because of the discussions that people are discussing concerning the Kenya, concerning the leadership and so on. We should solve our problems in an African way. We should solve our problem in a way that is amicable, so that at least we can have the developments that are happening, that should be happening to us. We should be going and moving forward in economic development, in societal development, building the blocks that will make us and our children to understand that we belong to a society that cares. We should be thinking on how to create jobs for the young people, how to give them platforms to grow, how to give them platforms to develop, how to give them platforms to be in better positions, so that exactly we can move in the right way and build our society in the right manner. So, my friends and my partners in development, let us think about this. Let our government also think about it, and let this government also and other societies think about the best thing that we can be able to do so that we can build our society and make it habitable to everybody. The other food of thought that I want us to think about is about management of our natural resources. We have so many natural resources that have been managed by other people other than Kenyans, that are even decided on how they are going to be used by other people other than Kenyans. If we take an example of Lake Megandi, the mining that is done in Lake Megandi, the production of the products that comes out from the Lake Megandi, the trona and so on, for all those years since Kenya was captured by colonialists, these are resources that has been in use and in management by other people other than Kenyans. My main question is this: why did we take people to school to learn to become engineers, to learn to become managers, to learn and become universities, to learn and become economists, if they cannot manage our natural resources? Why are we talking of giving out the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to another company, to another person other than Kenyans? Why? It's like giving our political parties to be managed by a non-Kenyan. So please, let us think about this one. We have Kenyans who are responsible. We have Kenyans who are capable. Let us give our Kenyans chance to manage our resources. And when we do that, with being united, then we can go far. So my prayer to the president of this Kenya: unite your people in the right way. Don't dump others because you are going to pick others. Whoever you have picked along the way, manage them in the right way. Work with them. Do not dump anyone. Do not let anyone move from your herds. Because when you let someone move from your herds, you are telling us you are not able to manage all of us as Kenyans. You are not able to unite us if you cannot unite just one person in your presence. Thank you so much and have a blessed time. May God bless you. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Mariare Joseph. Thank you.